On the bottom, obviously, we have this nice graham cracker crust. On top of that, there's about a ½ inch of the toffee that we made from the sweetened condensed milk. Some people call this dulce de leche, and even others in South America call it cajeta. On top of that, we have 1 layer of sliced ripe banana. And on top of that, we have that nice heavy cream that we whipped with 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of good vanilla, and 1/8 teaspoon of freshly ground espresso coffee. And on top of that, we've shaved great milk chocolate. You got to try this dessert. I know you're going to love it. Like I said, this is really easy. We're going to start with Eagle brand or whatever sweetened condensed milk that you have, and we're going to put this in water and boil it for 3.5 hours. It's that simple. You want to put the recipe, the label, and everything that helps with the flavor. So you're going to put that in there. You're going to turn this on.
Alright, so once you have this turned on, you're going to go ahead and just let this come to a good hard boil, and then turn it down to a rolling boil and let it go for the full 3.5 hours. Alright, you notice that I've got 4 cans of the sweetened condensed milk in here. The reason is one can makes 1 9-inch pie, but with the time that it takes to make this, why not do 4? You can put them in your cupboard. Next time you're ready to make a pie, it's going to be there for you. They'll store in your cupboards for up to about 6 months, so it's okay to make them in advance. I'll usually let the cans rest for about anywhere from a ½ hour to a couple hours in the water that I cooked them in. Then I'll cool them down, get all the debris off them. But this right here, when you open it, this is the stuff, man. It is so good. You've got to taste this. This is what makes this pie so good. Alright, you notice I'm using a chocolate pie crust here, not the graham cracker. Truth is, this is what I had that day. Feel free to use either one. You can even use a Nella wafer. Matter of fact, I think that's the way this pie was created, was with the Nella wafer. So whatever you got, just go ahead and rock out with it, and it's going to be great, I guarantee it. Here's where you want to make sure that you really pack it into the crust. You want to avoid any air gaps or big air bubbles so that when you cut into it, you don't have a void in the pie. So go ahead and spread it out. Be as even as you can in the spreading. One average size to large banana will cover 1 9-inch pie, so that should about do it. If you're using the miniature pie tins, then 3 slices of it. Alright, with these mini shells, my preference would be to use a pastry bag and a flat cam tip to put the toffee inside of these, but I'm showing you with a spoon because a lot of people don't either know how to use a pastry bag or don't have one in their house. Alright, you can see that I'm putting 3 slices of banana on these individual Banoffees. Anything more than that, you might overpower the dessert with too much banana. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream is going to be enough to cover 1 9-inch pie with no problem. To that, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of freshly ground espresso coffee, and a teaspoon of excellent vanilla. Alright, my bad. 3 tablespoons of sugar. Alright, so look, if you don't have a nice KitchenAid mixer like this, it's okay to use your basic electric hand mixer. But make certain that the bowl is ice cold, that the cream is ice cold, and you're going to have a much tighter, firmer whipped cream product at the end. If you're going to use a hand whisk, well, prepare to get really tired. If you don't have one, go out and buy some. Yeah, it really is important to scrape down the sides of the bowl 3/4 of the way through, halfway through. Otherwise, you're going to end up with partially whipped cream and firm whipped cream, and it's not a good look. Alright, yeah, you definitely want to be careful that you don't over whip the cream. If you do, you're going to end up with a product that has a mouthfeel that resembles butter. So don't make butter out of the cream. Yeah, if you don't have a pastry bag, it really is okay to just go ahead and spoon the whipped cream on top of the pie, then put your chocolate shavings on top of that. It's still going to have a really good look. Falando nos santos, dizendo que é filha do Senhor do Bom. Now, if you are using a pastry bag and you use the same technique that I did, look for the holes, the little spots. Take your tip of your pastry bag, push it in until you see it bloat outward a little bit. That's going to go ahead and fill it in and give you a nice full whipped cream topping on top of the pie before you go ahead and put your chocolate shavings on it.
That is just ridiculous. Oh my God. A nice little crunch from the graham cracker. You've got that nice, wonderful toffee, or dulce de leche, or cajeta with the cream is amazing. You have just this little hint. Oh my God. That's great. We just got one of the bananas, hence Banoffee, banana toffee. A little bit of that espresso, a little bit, 1/8 of a tablespoon. This is an amazing dessert. Absolute showstopper, like I said. So I hope you try this one. It's a great dessert. Peace.